Thank God it's Friday!
Good morning, people. I just landed.
It's the remix.
This is loud to me. Here we go. That's better.
All right. I want to say the
Yes,
first Home Alone.
that is royalty free. What did you say?
The first Home Alone when they're running through the airport.
It's Tchaikovsky.
Oh.
It's the Nutcracker. The
Okay.
Saber Dan. I don't remember what fucking thing it is. It's a Nutcracker. I mean,
Still
this is
going.
358.
All right.
It is still going.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
All right.
I don't. No, it's still going. All right. I'm sure it'll be just another minute. Anyways,
It's 2 hours.
it has stopped. We're back. There you go. That's all that's worth. So,
Whoa, we are in the Ark. It's
We're in the-
Teletran 1.
huh?
That's Teletran 1 from the Ark. Transformers.
Oh, yeah, I know it's Transformers.
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
If I didn't know, I would get.
Well, it's kind of grainy now. It just turned grainy. I don't like that. We'll get through.
We get
It's
the gist.
fine. We'll get the gist. It's the gist. Gist of it.
Yes.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Speaking of Transformers, what did you think of the?
Oh, good God. You know, I didn't even do that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
That's fantastic.
The new trailer.
Okay.
Minus Mark Wahlberg.
Yay!
I guess he's out of the. I don't know. I didn't see him anywhere.
I don't like Wahlberg.
Yeah.
So I'm
He's good in small doses.
I'm fine if he stays away.
He was good in Uncharted.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
There's a new Transformers movie coming out.
Yes.
It's called, like, what is it? Rise of the Beast or something?
Rise of the Beast. Yes.
Now, when he sent me the link and I saw the title, I was like, oh, come on, man. But I actually watched
Actually,
the trailer
Yeah.
and I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I would
I
definitely
think it's
watch
Michael
it.
Bay still, right?
I think so. I would definitely watch
I
it.
assume so.
Like if it was on Amazon Prime or
If
something.
it was free. I wouldn't pay to see this.
Yeah. I would definitely watch it on like Amazon Prime or something.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna go
Optimus
see
Prime
theaters.
on Amazon Prime.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah,
Prime on Prime.
that's right.
Ooh. Man,
Man,
you got
they
man?
should hire me for shit. Prime on Prime. Come on, man.
right to the
That's
self.
some good advertising right there. Can't get
And
me.
while you're watching, you can eat some prime rib.
Well, I don't know if I have prime rib, buddy, Joe,
No.
but
Yeah.
I don't like steak.
No. Okay.
No,
Sorry.
I never have. I'm not a steak eater. Jay is, but
But you eat a burger. It's the same thing.
I don't know what it is about steak. I just don't like steak. I can't explain it to you.
Steak.
We don't have money for steak.
Steak?
Fine, we'll get steak.
Woo!
Yeah, it is freezing down here.
Yeah.
Are you cold?
I'm all right. I'm
You got a
comfortable.
long sleeve?
I
And
will
I
be
don't-
soon.
Yeah.
I'm warm now.
And I mean,
I will
even
be
with the studio lights, the Broadway lights shining bright, I'm still freezing.
Damn.
My hands is starting to turn. I have what do you call that?
Carpal tunnel.
No, I have a God damn it! It's called Raynaud's disease. It's a circulatory condition.
Okay.
When my hands get cold, they turn purple, and they're
Got a
turning.
special name.
Oh, I'm special, all right. I fucking found that out this week. Yeah. Mm. Yep.
Yeah. How'd you
That's
find out you were special this week? There's a story.
It is a story.
All right.
And before I crack that egg, yeah, I'm gonna tell you that I was happy because it's Friday.
Hey.
Right? Friday, good day, yeah. Magical day. Then I realized as I was working, I have to work tomorrow.
Yeah. But for 2 hours.
And you know what? That actually deserves a boo. I don't even
After?
know if I have one. We have to have a boo.
We have that too. Yeah, at least 2 boos.
All right. Then I got all depressed because I had to work tomorrow.
That's the only Saturday, though.
Yeah, I got to put in my one Saturday.
Peasy hours.
They're killing me because it's like I'm doing like 10-hour days. And I tried to like get out of it and be like, isn't the OT I'm doing enough? And they're like, no.
Can't do Saturdays. It's a religious thing.
That's what Jay said. He's like, just tell them it's your religion. And I'm like, what
Which
would
one?
that be? Yeah, I'm like, what would that be?
That might be that one moment that you would
Festivus.
be asked. What is it?
It's Festivus.
All I can think of is that thing from The Simpsons when Moe was like, sorry, Homer, I was born a snake handler and I'll die a snake handler. It's like all the Band-Aids. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
I should have brought gloves.
Damn.
That'll
So what
be
time
my
I got to
thing.
start?
Somewhere between 6 and 6:30.
Damn. 6:50.
In the morning.
That's the time I
Yeah.
get up to go to work.
I will already be up and working.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
Sorry.
I wrote an email
Dude.
before I signed off tonight, and I was like, please make sure I have something to do. If I sign on and there's no work for me to, like, they haven't assigned me anything to do, I'm just going to, like, bye.
Back to bed.
Yeah, I'm going back to bed.
Your homeless little bird. Yes, 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 yes.
I wish.
Why? Wait a minute. All I got is why.
There's this show I watch called IT Crowd, and they have like they get a new boss, and he's very inept, and he's got one of those birds on his thing, and it does the thing. So someone comes into his office to ask him a question, and he goes, "Stop! Can't you see I'm busy?" It's
He's got those little.
and it's just the bird. Yeah, he has some of those too.
What is that supposed to do? Like, just like.
I think it's just supposed to be a calming thing, help you with stress or whatever.
Okay.
Now you can get the little
Stress
squishy
ball.
ones. Yeah, those are good because you can throw them at people. My stress ball.
It works.
Yeah, it works. You left and I'm no longer stressed.
All right.
Hey, you're getting better at
I'm
that.
trying. Yeah, cheat sheet.
A cheat sheet.
Cheat sheet.
You
did, yeah.
I wish I thought there was a way I could bring them up here so that they're bigger, but I don't know, and I'm not gonna push buttons while we're doing something
Right.
because that seems ill-advised.
Oh, my own fault. I should have brought my glasses.
You should.
I should.
Then Sean can wear his, and we'll just be nerdy.
You wear glasses? It's only to see.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Nerd.
You ever punch a man wearing glasses? Yeah.
Of course I did. Did we have a winner last week?
We did.
Yay. Hey,
The movie was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
is that what
The
the
one
movie
and
is?
only Thanksgiving Day movie.
Ah,
That's not animated.
pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Same premise as the movie Due Date.
Well, kind of. I mean,
Two
it's
guys
just
trying
people,
to get home.
just people trying to get home for different reasons.
Calamity ensues.
One trying to get home. The other one doesn't have a home.
Well, yeah, yeah. So
That's a good movie.
it is a good movie, and I hope they never remake it, though they seem to think they should.
Mm-hmm.
They
So
ran out of ideas, so.
yeah, well,
They ran out of ideas like years ago.
I know.
Decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
My feet are
Hey,
cold
how about
too.
Dracula?
My feet are cold
There's like
too.
20 Dracula movies.
At least.
Oh, freezing. Be a terrasicle by the end of it.
Oh,
So I
did you?
went to the doctor on Monday.
All right.
Now, I'm not going to give
How long was your
everybody-
appointment?
My appointment was supposed to be for 3:30,
All right.
and I wasn't called in until after 4.
Now, how far away is the doctor?
20, 25 minutes.
No, okay. It's not a troop.
Huh?
It's not a troop.
A troop?
A troop?
What is it? What do you
Isn't
mean?
it like when you like go far away, you're like, oh, that's a troop.
You mean a trek?
Trek? Is
Yeah.
it trek? I don't know.
I think it's a trek, not a troop. Isn't a troop people you get together with
I
to
don't know.
do these things?
So it was a small trek.
I was waiting. I thought that was my mom.
I can't see the show.
Yeah, I know.
The hell?
Keep
Now
waiting.
it's
Keep
now
waiting.
it's muted. So
Alright. Oh,
I went to the doctor on Monday. Now
all right.
I'm not gonna give
You had concerns.
all of the fun details, but I will give some.
Okay.
So finally I get called in, and like I realized immediately how spoiled and entitled I am. Immediately.
You're a princess.
Immediately. Aw, you know? Because my doctor, one, never kept me waiting. Not in the waiting room, not in the exam room.
Really?
Oh, and I was kept waiting. And I was like, you know when you have those things, like I'm sitting there like, why the fuck am I waiting? Why am I waiting? And then I realized, like, this little voice in my head said, man, you're fucking entitled, aren't you?
I hate waiting at a restaurant.
Spoiled.
Like, I'm hungry now. Come on.
Yeah.
I like to make reservations when I can. That way. Boom.
Yeah, get in.
Give me my food. Let's go.
In and out.
Take
It's
my
like
money.
robbery.
Take my money.
Take my money, please. So I get in,
All right.
and first of all, I will say that the nurse was awesome.
All right.
So I get in there, and first she kind of gives me like a raised eyebrow because it's been like a year and a half, almost 2 years since I've been to the doctor. And she goes,
That's not healthy.
why has it been so long?
None of your
COVID.
business.
And I said, well, my doctor retired, and I told her the doctor name, and she goes, oh, we miss him. And I said, not as much as I do. Because this waiting bullshit wouldn't have happened. So she goes, because he moved, check this out. He moved to North Carolina
Yeah.
to raise horses.
Okay.
And she goes, we told him, there's horses here. I said, that's what I said.
It's too cold. It's warmer down
And then
there.
he decided that he was probably going to take on maybe 1 or 2 patients a week in addition to his horse shit,
His horse breeding.
his horse shit. And I just looked at her like, and I was
Horse's
like,
ass.
and I said, he could have done that here. And she goes, I know, right? So I was very disappointed.
Well,
So I said, that's why. I said, and I've been dragging my feet. It's my fault.
all right.
So she goes, okay. So
Go on with
one
the
of
exam.
so one of my complaints is that since I've had COVID, I've had some problems breathing, and I get like a weird thing with my heart. So she looks at me and she goes, I'd like to trigger a breathing thing with you. And I said, okay. And I said, well, it doesn't take much. I said, usually it's just walking across a room. And then I can't breathe. And she goes, well, good. Then we'll just walk around. I'll show you the office. She was literally showing me the office. We start walking, and she's like, there's the fax machine. I'm like, I'm not faxing anyone while
The
I'm
grand
here.
tour.
I'm not faxing anyone while I'm here. And there was some woman sitting at a desk, and I was like, hey, good afternoon. How are you?
That's Karen.
And I had the little oxygen sensor thing on my finger. And she had taken those numbers first, and then we start walking. And it's not happening. So I'm like, what the hell's up with this shit? And then she goes, oh, it's not working because you're at the doctor. And I said,
That was
well,
my work too.
yeah.
My car's making a weird noise. I ain't working it now.
Yeah, it never makes the noise when you go to the mechanic.
Hey, how you doing?
So So I said,
Don't worry, I'll take you out later first.
Hey,
so
at least
You
take
gotta-
me to dinner first.
gotta get dinner before you touch knees.
With your gold chains here.
So
And your
I said,
silk shirt. That's silk?
Oh, what is this?
what is it?
Look like a silk shirt.
Stretchy.
Oh.
Stretchy. Okay.
So
So you're walking.
I said, I'm gonna pick up the pace because I got shit to do.
Oh,
And she goes, I agree. So I pick up the pace just a little bit, and I look at her and I said, it's starting. I'm starting to not be able to breathe. And she goes, yeah, I can hear you. She said, let's go back to the exam room. By the time we got back to the exam room,
just glad you didn't put it on a treadmill, damn.
well, because when the breathing thing happens, the heart thing happens, and then I get dizzy.
Oh.
So by the time we get to the exam room, the dizzy had hit me, and I had to grab the doorway because I was gonna like fall into the room.
Oh.
So she grabs me and she like puts me on the table.
She punched you.
No, she just grabbed me and was like, boom,
Alright.
get on the table. And I'm trying to breathe, and she goes, take the mask off and breathe. So I was like, okay. So then she goes, because my doctor was keeping an eye on my heart anyway, because I got heart shit in my family.
All right.
So the last time I
I
had
think everybody
been,
does.
yeah, likely so. Last time I had been, I had an EKG.
All right.
So she said, this doctor's going to ask for an EKG anyway. I'd like to do one right now since you're in distress. And I'm like, okay. So she throws the shitty Johnny thing at me. The little, the thing that doesn't close in the back like ever.
Tablecloth.
And she scurries away. She's like, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'll be right outside. I'm like, okay.
All right.
So I do that. And she comes in, and then she's like, do you want me to tie it for you? And I'm like, nah, we're past that. So she goes, okay. And then, this is where I lose control. She looks at me, and I don't know what it says in my medical file, but she looks at me, and I swear to God, with very straight face, she goes, I'm very sorry, but I have to touch you. And I went, what does it say in my file? Like, could be autistic, don't touch. Like,
I need an adult.
like, what is, can I see? Like, what in my file says, ask to touch?
You can't see your file. Remember that from Seinfeld? You can't see this. Difficult? I'm difficult?
Yeah, I was just laughing. I'm like, what the hell? So I looked at her and I said, well, you have a job to do. I said, and I'm not gonna get in your way. I said, so here's the bargain I'll make with you. I will lay here and you do what you gotta do, and my job will be letting you do what you gotta do. And then we'll get this done. And she goes, good attitude, Dad.
Does this tickle?
So she puts all the leads on me, and it was so much fun.
The leads.
And for the heart thing, the EKG.
Yeah.
And this is one of my favorite things, aside from the, I have to touch you, is I was laying there. Now I'm just laying there, and I thought I was okay. And all of a sudden she reaches out, she grabs my arm, and she goes, I need you to calm down. And I went, what? And she goes, I need you to calm down. And I was like, I was calm until you told me to calm down. Now I'm no longer calm. And she was like,
Calm
just...
up.
And then she's like trying to like talk me to a soft landing. Just stay calm. I'm like, I was calm. You made me not calm now.
Damn.
So I said, what is happening over here? And
What are
she
these
goes,
flashing lights.
and she's like, don't worry about it. And I'm like, I
What's all that
wasn't.
shit?
Code red. Code red.
I wasn't worried until you told me to calm down.
Damn.
So we finish everything. She does a couple of them because apparently she wanted a few. And then she looks at me
For comparison,
and she goes, I gotta
this one's
touch you.
better.
Then she goes, I gotta touch you again. We're gonna take the leads off. And I was like, oh my God. So she does it. And
Does
then
Jay said, I'm going to touch you now.
Jay, Jay doesn't have to ask. So she does that, and then she gets everything going, and then she's like, okay, so the doctor will be in a little while. Lie! He was in 20 minutes later. But she was leaving, and she looks at me, and she goes, thank you for letting me touch you. And I was like...
So polite.
I was like, what? I want to know what my file says. I really do, because I feel like it's so... It's odd. And, you know, I started talking to the doctor. The doctor finally comes in, right?
What's his name?
Dalton. Brian.
Oh, Timothy
So
Dalton.
Brian and I are chatting, and he's doing that. You know how doctors ask all kinds of, do you smoke? Do you do this? I don't do anything. So, and then this is the funny part, right? So I walk into this conversation. I already knew, because he's the primary care of my parents also.
Oh,
I'm the only one who has that information thus far.
that's far.
So he starts asking me questions, and then he goes, are your parents still alive? And I start laughing, and I went, if they're not, it's your fault. And he went, what? And I said, they go to you. You're their doctor. And he goes, oh. And then I told him what my maiden name was, and he went, gotcha. I gotcha. Gotcha. And I went, all right. And then I was sitting there thinking, how bad are my parents when they go to the doctor? Because he was like, gotcha.
Enough said.
Yeah, it was like, you know, we've dealt with this. It's fine.
Damn.
Yeah. So I made him laugh a couple times, and then I texted my mom because she wanted to know what I thought of him. And then I said, well, I made him laugh a couple times. She's like, I've been going to him for years. He's never laughed once. I was like,
You got the magic touch.
maybe you need to step your comedy game up. Maybe. Just saying. The other thing, and I will tell you this one last thing because I thought it was really funny. He, again, I don't know what's in my file.
I think you have a right to know.
He was very thorough, and he knew shit that happened to me, like, when I was a kid. He was like, oh, from this, and I'm like,
When you fell
My
off
goodness.
the cliff?
yeah, he knew about that. Well, he knew there was a procedure, and I was like, wow, you read, huh? Like, I was actually impressed. He read because
He did his
read
homework.
Yeah, like he knew everything.
Does he know about you running around the basement when you were a kid?
No. So
Bumping and everything?
that's not my file. So I was sitting there, and you know we're discussing things and blah blah blah, and then he goes, "I'm sorry, I need you to take your shoes off." And I went, "Why is everybody apologizing to me for things that have to happen?" So I look at him and I said,
Gotta
"Do
be
you?"
something.
So I looked at him and I said, "Do you really want that?" And he started smiling and he goes, "Yes, I really want that." And I said, "Then you're getting it." And I took my shoes off and he was laughing. He's like, "Great." So this is the worst part, right? And I should add this. Before the nurse left, she said, "Do you want me to tie up the Johnny thing in the back?" And I went, "Nah." Because I didn't know I was going to have to do calisthenics or some shit. So I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. He's a doctor anyway. Whatever." You know, not as if I'm impressive. So he's going to be so impressed. Wow, best specimen. So
You've been doing a lot of calisthenics.
so after
I
he
don't know how
asked
to
me
spell that.
after he asked me to take the shoes off,
As best as you can right now.
and I sat back down, like 2 seconds later, he looks at me and he goes, "I'm very sorry. Can you take your socks off?" And I went, No, you should have asked for that when I was already up taking my shoes off. And he goes, "Well, I need you to take your socks off." And I was like, "I don't want to."
You should have said, let's make a deal.
Please.
It's like, I'm already wearing a lot less clothes than I'm comfortable with. And now you want me to take my socks off? So I said, "Are you going to, like, touch me?"
He'll ask permission.
That right there just sounds a little,
He'll ask permission.
I have a foot thing. I don't like people touching my feet. I don't like touching other people's feet. I don't want to
Same here.
deal with anybody's feet. Nothing.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, are you gonna like touch them? Cause no. And he goes, I just want to look. And I'm like, you can see. So I said, okay, fine, right? So now I know it sounds like I'm being difficult, but he was actually pretty bantering with me. So he wasn't pissed off or anything. I should say that. So I jumped down off the thing and I go to take my socks off. Now what I did not realize is that in the process of bending to try to make that action happen, the Johnny thing kept trying to fall off. So I'm trying to keep up sleeves and take my socks off.
You should have let Lady tie it for you.
And I'm cussing. I'm cussing at this point, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And he's sitting there typing, and every so often he's looking up at me, and I'm like, I'm trying.
Waiting for those socks. Come on.
I got other appointments.
So then he did not, because it was late in the day. So finally I'm one down and I got one to go and I'm still trying to hold everything up. And I just stood up and I went, I should have let her fucking tie it. And he looks at me and he starts laughing so hard and he goes, next time, tie it. I was like, well, next time, don't ask me to take my socks off. That's a problem that solves itself.
Now, what did he get from taking your socks off?
He wanted to.
Those are some cute feet.
I believe it. Huh?
Those are some cute feet.
I believe it was
Tickle,
checking.
tickle.
I believe it was checking circulation of my feet and making sure that ankles were not swollen and everything was how they're supposed to be. Yeah. I guess they were fine because he literally looked at
gout.
He literally did this on my ankle and was like, "Okay," like that was it. I'm like, we did all that.
Could have done that through the sock.
You really could have. Be like, can you feel it through the sock?
Maybe you could have rolled the sock down a little bit and then tighten it.
I would have done that if that was an option.
Yeah.
Halfway off.
Like pegging your pants.
I would have done that if that was an option.
That sounds so far away.
What?
I don't know what. Get closer.
Hi.
Oh,
Trying.
Hello.
it's him. He said he sounds far away.
Oh.
I don't. We're all
Come
the same.
a little closer.
We're all the same loud. So I don't know.
Same loud.
We're all the same loud.
The same loud.
The same loud. So what did they find with your heart thing?
That's a whole other thing.
All right. Never mind. Forget it.
Yeah.
That requires to take it off more clothes.
I'm not dying, I don't think. I have to go for this. This opened up. I got outside and I got to the car with Jay because he came with me. I wanted him to meet the doctor, but he didn't get that opportunity.
No. Next time.
And we get in the car and I looked at him and I said, this opened up a whole Pandora's box of shit. I said, because I now have about 3 or 4 specialists I have to go see. And he goes, wow, really? And I said, yeah. I said, but it's kind of my fault because I dragged my feet for a year and a half. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. So, not fun.
Live and learn.
Yeah, not fun. But
So when's your next appointment?
so he
Like 6 months?
no, sir. No, sir. I got to go back on Monday.
6 weeks. Monday?
I got to go back on Monday. The Monday is like blood work, a bunch of shit.
Damn, you missed a lot of work.
Yeah.
She's making up for it.
Let's see. The 21st, I have a doctor. The 27th, I have another doctor.
Yeah.
And January 3rd, 9th, 12th, 16th.
Holy hell.
Jesus Christ.
I got one on the 10th. That's it.
Yeah.
January 10th. It's my follow-up for
Gotcha.
my cardio.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, and he's telling me all this stuff, and he's like, I'm going to send you here, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And then he goes, and he looks at me, and he's like, am I overwhelming you? And I said a little bit, and he goes, we can deal with
Underwhelm.
And then he's like, we can deal with one thing at a time if you prefer. And I said, you know what? If we start doing that, I'm going to back off. And I'm just going to be like, it's fine. I said, so let's just do what we got to do. And he's like, all right. He was happy to hear that.
Nice.
The one thing,
One thing?
I went in there, I was like, the only reason I made this appointment was for my back. I said, and waiting 3 months to see you yielded a bunch of other problems. I said, so now I have a list of things to talk to you about. And he's like, okay. So we were talking about my back, and he goes, do you want to go see a back doctor? And I said, what, like a chiropractor? And he looks at me incredulous. He's like, no, a back doctor. And I went, I thought a chiropractor was a back doctor. Apparently not.
Damn.
He goes, no. He goes, a chiropractor will only give you short-term relief. And I said, well, I don't want short-term. I want forever. So he goes, all right, back doctor it is.
Cortisone.
Then he goes, we're talking. And I said, I'd really like to get that taken care of. And that's how I knew he had read my file. Because he goes, you've had problems with that since you had a procedure, huh? And I said, yeah, I had that procedure when I was like 15. I was like, how far back did you read? He's like, I read.
All the way.
So then he's typing away and he goes, I'm going to send you to this back doctor. His name is Dr. Chow. And I looked at him and I said, I would see a meth head in an alley if it would cure my back. And then he goes, that bad, huh? I said, yeah. I said, it's just really bad. And he goes, well, do you want me to send you for pain management? And I said, what do you mean, like drugs? Are you offering me drugs? Because I've never been offered drugs before.
You're
Say
waiting
no
for
to-
that one time.
Say no to drugs.
This is exciting. So I had said no. I was like, I don't want to do pills. I said, because that's a whole thing. And then I won't be able to like drive or some shit. I don't know.
Do not operate heavy machinery.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I can keep you from going in the office that one day.
No, I mean, I would prefer not to be on meds if I don't have to be. That was the great thing about my doctor, because he was like, pills were last resort for him. You had to like walk in half dead and he'd be like, would you like some aspirin? You're like, all right.
Like a cold compress.
Yeah. Cold compress.
There you go.
Oh, it feels
Walk it off.
it feels so tepid.
Broken leg. Wow, walk it off.
You can't walk it off. I've
I
tried
know,
that.
it's
I tried that. Woo-wee.
All right.
So, it was interesting, I tell you.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Calisthenics.
I didn't know. Tie the Johnny. Always tie the Johnny.
And yet she's always worried about the belt.
I know. And
I
then
tie it first and put it on like a shirt.
that defeats the purpose of the Johnny.
Oh, you tie it and then you put it on like you put it on your shirt. and it's
Oh, I
already
see what you're
tied.
saying. I thought you meant you put a shirt on underneath it.
No.
And I'm like, why would you do that? It defeats the purpose of having it. Maybe what they should just do is make
Yeah,
them
strip
better.
down to your skivvies.
Well, they let me keep my pants on. So I
Hey.
was at least blessed in that area.
Until they started falling.
No, they were fine.
Try to keep Johnny up and the pants up.
You can keep your hands up. You gotta take them shoes and socks off.
Then I saw my
Come on.
I saw my friend on Wednesday, and I was telling her about a couple other
Tina.
Hi,
Tina.
Tina.
I was telling poor Tina about a couple other tests I had to do, and she was like, "Oh, you're not gonna like that at all." And I was like, "Really? I don't want to hear that." And I said, "Well, how long do they take? Are they all day kind of things? Because if I'm unhappy all day, someone's gonna
Might as
get
well
it.
just go to work.
I might as well just be working, yeah." Then I was super, super paranoid because when I made the appointments, my work was kind of like, "Oh, really?" So I'm like, now I mean, I rattled off all those days.
Yeah.
I have to do stuff. And so I
Hey.
called my boss and I was like, well, I texted her that night and I said, I need to speak to you in the morning. I don't know what you got going on. And she's like, when you log on, let me know and I'll let you know when you can call me. So I logged on, sent her a thing, and she's like, call me now if you can.
Now.
So I call her and I start to tell her all this stuff, right? I'm like, listen, I got to go to this specialist. This person. I said, it's going to be a clusterfuck. I said, I'm going to work as much as I can. I said, but I need you to understand I have to do this stuff. And she goes, oh, your health comes first. And I'm like, hold the fucking phone.
Bless his heart.
When I told you that I had to even keep the 2 appointments that I had originally made, it was like, oh, God. And now all of a sudden my health comes first.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh.
She's filled with the Christmas spirit.
Your back must hurt from all that back flipping you're doing. Jesus.
Damn.
Exactly. Ugh. So, I figure I will lay low for a little bit because I guarantee at least 4 of these appointments are going to yield some kind of horrible story for the show. I'm like, this is going to be
Yay.
awful. I mean, Monday alone, I have to get a chest X-ray and do blood work.
Like a CAT scan?
No, just like a chest X-ray because of the how I had told him like I can't breathe, so they're gonna just take a peek at my lungs, and then he goes, and then the hospital called me. It was either yesterday or today.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have you come in for a lung test," and I'm like,
I already did that.
no, I'm just sitting there thinking, what does a lung test involve?
Lungs.
Yeah. They gonna scrape something up? What are they doing?
Take a thing, blowing it, see how the bottom, the little,
like
little ping pong ball.
a drunk
Like-
driver? Am I sober enough to be here? Never. Yeah. So it's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah. I said I guarantee it's gonna yield a story or two, so
There you go.
if you want to hear some crazy shit, stay tuned.
Subscribe now.
At least you'll have ammo.
Huh?
At least you have ammo for the show.
No. And then I made the mistake. I called my sister on the way to Sean's house on Monday
All right.
because I wanted to ask her a quick question. And that turned into, we hadn't spoken in a while, so that turned into quite a conversation.
Oh.
Now, I told her that I arrived at Sean's and she was still speaking. I'm like, I gotta go. And then she starts yelling at me.
I'm important.
Then she starts yelling at me because she's like, you having your labs done on Monday? And I said, yeah. And she's like, for God's sakes, drink water. And I went, I hate water. I don't want to. She's like, you drink water. You're going to drive the lab person crazy. So I don't want to. It's too much.
Isn't there water in Mountain Dew? A little bit, right? There you go.
So I said, I'll compromise. It's, and you know what sucks? This is probably the worst thing, right? What are you trying to do? Oh. You trying to do computer stuff?
Yeah.
So this is probably the worst, right? So I have to go back there at 2:30 in the afternoon for the x-ray and the labs, and then to chat with somebody real quick.
All right.
And then I found out that the labs are fasting, which means I can't eat all day.
You don't eat anyways.
I don't really eat that much
True.
anyways. But knowing that you can't eat
Makes you want it.
makes you want to eat. So I'm like, I'm going to be hungry just because knowing that I can't eat.
Yeah,
So
blood work you can't eat. Stupid.
So I said,
I think it's like after 12 noon or something.
so I had her on the phone. So I said,
Or 12
listen,
midnight, depending when.
Oh,
it's usually midnight.
What's she, a gremlin?
Yeah.
Don't
was
feed
thinking
her
the
after
same thing.
midnight. Keep her out of the direct sun.
Yeah, please. So,
And no water. You are.
No water. I'm a gremlin. Oh dear. So she goes, so she's yelling at me about the water, and then I said, oh, can I drink like flavored waters for the blood testing, even if it's fasting? She goes, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, that was my only door, and you have shut and locked that door on me.
I was going to say, that door's locked.
Yeah, I'm screwed now. just gonna be cranky all day. Can't eat, can't drink.
Damn.
Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Anyway, it's been a very productive week.
I guess so.
Now, how about Joe?
Hi.
Hi.
How you
I
doing?
know.
How was
Hi,
your
Joe.
week?
It's all right.
Anything funny happen?
Anything funny happen?
I saw some really good movies.
Did you?
Yeah. I saw the Good Nurse, which is on Netflix.
Okay.
Based on
Speaking of
a,
a doctor's office,
based on a true story. This guy, I guess, male nurse was killing people, and they didn't do anything about it until like one day they decided to do something about it, and they finally caught him.
it took you long enough.
It was like back in like early 2000s. it
I
happened.
see.
Then they tried to prosecute him at the Quincy District Court, and he was dismissed.
He got 18 consecutive life sentences.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do I have an ooh? Ooh.
I think you do. You got to ooh there somewhere. One was like, "Wow." Jesus.
I also saw the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
I haven't watched that yet.
It was really good. It's only like 45 minutes, but it was freaking hilarious.
I would say maybe I'll watch it tonight, but I have to get up early.
It's only 45 minutes.
It's 45 minutes. I could be sleeping.
Yeah.
And I saw The Rock's new movie,
Which is what?
Black Adam,
Like ass.
which is also really good. Henry Winkler's
You
in
liked
it.
it?
Is he?
It is, briefly.
Is he a beard or no?
And Henry Cavill. Cable. How do you pronounce it?
Cavill?
Cavill? Superman.
Yeah.
He's in it. Also briefly. But yeah.
Briefly.
It was good though. It was very like, it was funny. It was action packed. So I enjoyed it.
He is
Pierce
just.
Brosnan.
He's everywhere. The Rock,
Oh,
not
yeah, The
Pierce
Rock.
Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, he's not wrestling anymore, so he's got to do something.
I don't think Pierce Brosnan ever wrestled.
Maybe. So yeah. So those good movies.
Okay.
I highly recommend them.
Christmas is coming. The Rock's daughters need a car or a car, so
Mm.
let's do another movie. We can buy a brand new car.
His net worth like $800 million. I was like, damn. That's a lot of movies.
I saw.
I know he has one daughter.
Did you?
I don't know if there's
He's
any
got like 3. One with the first wife and 2 with the second.
more. See, that's why he's got to keep working.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going.
When you marry somebody,
Got pay for
him.
college.
you got to make them pay.
He's got money.
Yeah,
Hey, get at it.
yeah, rock money.
So,
He's got that TV show,
what?
The
TV
Young
show?
Rock.
Oh, is that still going?
Pebble?
Yeah.
So, I saw, speaking of The Rock,
Yeah.
I saw a video he posted on social media.
Okay.
And apparently,
Recently?
when he was, this was just like either this week or the tail end of last week.
Okay.
And apparently, when he was younger, on his way to the gym, he would pop into the 7-Eleven in Hawaii
Okay.
and steal a Snicker bar.
Oh.
And he used it for the protein for the workout
All right.
because he couldn't afford to buy it. And
Back
he
then.
said,
Hard
yeah.
times.
And he said, you know, it always kind of, he wasn't really proud of it. So he's like, it's kind of bothered me. He goes, so I'm going to make it right now. He said, I have the means to make it right. I'm going to make it right.
Okay.
So he went to the 7-Eleven.
Still open? Damn.
It's still there.
Damn.
And he walked in.
You-
And the guy, you know, I mean, people know who he is. So
Right.
it's like, ooh, The Rock.
It's Dwayne now.
So he looks at him and he goes, I'm buying every candy bar you have.
Damn.
And the kid was like, what? And he walks over and he grabs a paper bag and he puts every candy bar inside the paper bag.
Damn.
And he brings it back and he puts it on the counter. And the poor kid has to ring it up one by one by one.
Damn.
And as he's doing that, people are kind of coming into the store and he goes like, hey man, what do you got? He's like, well, I just got this Gatorade. Bring it over here, ring it up.
Wow.
He was buying people's shit for
Oh,
them.
nice.
I'm like, have a great day. So
What,
Come on
couple,
here.
couple $100.
The 7-Eleven's out here.
by
Come
the
on
time
here.
he was done, it was like $200 or $300.
Yeah. Not much.
Dwayne Johnson.
And the thing that I thought was funny, right, is he took the bag full of candy and he put it on the counter. And he goes, if somebody comes in and they look like they might steal something, or, you know, somebody looks like they need a pick-me-up, he's like, give them one of these. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And he walks out.
Damn.
He wasn't even interested in the candy. He just wanted to buy.
Well, it'll probably ruin his figure now. He's worked so
Seriously.
hard to get the way he looks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all do.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot of work. I don't know. Listen. I'm working a 10-hour day. I'm crying.
I'm doing 11.
Oh, look at you! You got one up me.
The only good thing about working late is there's no traffic. Going home, like, damn, no one out there. Sweet.
I'm the only one out here. Yeah.
I'm the only one dumb enough to work this fucking late. Everyone's at home watching TV.
As
Relaxing.
they should be. As they should be.
All right.
Moment of silence. I don't know for what, but we did it anyway.
All right.
So we had a winner last week.
We did.
Perfect. Oh, sorry. I'll do it again.
Woo!
There we go.
So it's worth one card this time.
So it's what?
It's worth one card.
Just one card this time.
$5 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts.
I understand.
Ready?
No.
Ready?
Yes.
Maybe.
Grace, if you can't work late, then I can't work late. And if I can't work late, I can't work late.
Yes.
Comment below.
Excellent. I know that one. I don't even need to ask you.
All right. It's a good movie.
All right. So, hang on. Where's my... I can't see.
You don't even have the volume up.
I don't what?
Take
Well,
your
it doesn't
glasses
matter.
off.
It doesn't matter because I can't see.
Take your glasses off.
No, I want them on.
That's usually how you can see.
Squint.
She did that at my
I know
place
what
on
that's
Monday.
supposed to be. I know what that's supposed to be.
All right.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
Do you have a new outro?
Huh?
That's the intro.
I can't see. I may not have uploaded.
Okay.
I may not have uploaded the right thing. I know this is long enough,
All right.
so I'm good. We're good.
Hey.
I'll fix it. I'll have a proper closing theme. It's fine. We don't see you through the week. We'll see you through the window. Until next time.
Here you go.
Happy holidays.
Hey, yo. It's that time, man. Time to switch over to the audio. So you can listen to the rest of the show and catch in this corner. The podcast that oozes machismo, man. Hashtag just saying.